You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show. That's one part blah, 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 one part ha, 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 and just a smidgen of ta-da!
The following program is brought to you in living color.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's The Ron Van Dam Show.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Oh, the applause is deafening. Thank you so much. God. How you doing? I am Ron Van Dam. My name is in the title of the thing. I have not been artificially created, although my mother says I was, but I don't think I was. I have been verified, all that stuff, so back off. Well, just you and me, baby. That's about it. Sit down, relax, shut up, and I will entertain and inform for the next 30 minutes. After that, you're on your own. All right. That's enough. Hey, happy Memorial Day. I don't know if that works. Are you supposed to say that? No. I mean, not supposed to be incredibly happy or anything. But it is the holiday when we remember those that sacrificed and fought to keep our democracy and our freedoms. I hope that works out. To me, these have been the years of testing democracy, putting it on the line, seeing just how much we can shake it loose and make it questionable. That seems like what this is. You cannot take anything for granted anymore. There is no granting going on here. But it is Memorial Day, and it is a time of thanks and commemoration. It's also a time to buy mattresses. Why do we do that in our society? Why do we take these holidays and we turn them into marketing ploys? What the hell's wrong with us? Or you? I don't know. Not me. I'm fine. Why is Washington's birthday and President's Day the time to buy a mattress? Our founding fathers were wonderful people. Buy a mattress. What's up with that? Everything. I mean, if I had to buy a mattress every time there was a holiday, national holiday, I'd have too many mattresses. And they're not cheap either. Why is something that you lie on, which is nothing but foam or whatever the hell is inside that mattress, why is that so expensive? Why is that like over $1,000 to lie on something? It's not a bed, it's just a mattress. What the hell's up with that? So, I mean, it's the holiday. It's holiday time. Buy a mattress. Or perhaps a car. We are a country of marketing. That's what we do. Hi, my name is Bob. Hi, Bob. What would you like from me? I want you to buy something. Alexa's starting to piss me off. I mean, she's pissed me off for a long time, but she's really starting to get to me. Now, out of the clear blue sky, no matter what the weather is, she will say things to me like, hey, you're out of printing ink soon. Hey, she'll actually say this. This thing will come on, the Alexa thing will come on, and she'll say, hey, asshole. That's what she calls me. She says, you're low on printing ink. It's been like 2 months since you ordered printing ink for your printer. I mean, leave me alone. She's hawking me now. It's unbelievable. I don't know why I have to put up with this. Anyway, so Memorial Day. Also time to have a hot dog. Remember those that fought for us for our freedoms, and have a hot dog while you buy your mattress. Do you have printing ink? By the way, I have a printer. I have found out that I am very rare. I have a printer. Most people don't have printers anymore. All their stuff is in the cloud. I guess that's a storage unit up there or something. But I have a printer. I print things out. To me, it's not really important or precious enough unless I've printed it out. Then I have the hard copy, and it makes me feel comfortable. I feel comfortable with things in my hand. That sounds wrong, but in a way, it's true. I feel comfortable with things in my hand, with things printed out where I can pick it up and see it and read it. It's like the newspaper. I don't know if you kids understand this or something, but I'm going to talk anyway. I used to read the newspaper. There used to be a newspaper. It was a physical piece of paper, big paper, but you'd sit down in a chair, grab a cup of coffee, and read this damn thing. Now it's online. So I've got to stare at a screen to read the damn thing. I can't hold it in my hands anymore. They don't print it out. And I think that they want to have me stop reading the physical paper because when I ask it to be delivered to my home, it usually ends up in a gutter or someplace in a driveway where in the bushes. It's like you don't want me to buy your stuff. But that's not why I'm here. I don't understand what happened to democracy. I don't get it. And it has more to do with who's in the White House right now than anything, because that person, I failed to mention his name, but that person in the White House wants to take away our freedoms and tell us what to do, how to live our lives in order for his benefit, for his glory, his grandeur, and financially. This man, apparently, he's had so many bankrupt companies. Now he's trying to bankrupt the United States because we are like not taking in enough money to pay for everything in the country. This is like the first time that's happened to that extent. But it's the real freedom that was demonstrated just a few nights ago with Stephen Colbert. I watched his show quite a bit. I might be a little bit older than you are. I don't really know. I don't know how old you are. How the hell am I supposed to know how old you are? It's a radio show. How the hell what do you expect from me? But I'm old enough to watch late night TV. I've done it. I don't want to brag or anything, but I worked with Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show when I was a young adult. So yeah, it was part of my life. And it concerns me that Colbert was, here's a story. His last show was Thursday. His ratings were through the roof, obviously because it was the last show. I get that. But Paramount and CBS say that he was canceled, or the whole concept was canceled, because that show is too expensive and not really making money anymore. CBS, Paramount, parent companies, you don't have enough money to pay for that shit? Are you kidding me? Colbert's show, the late night show, was rated number 1 among the late night shows. So how is that not making money for you? Okay, maybe that's true. It's a very expensive venue. The show is very expensive. It was very well done. Very well done things are expensive these days. But two things can be true at the same time. It was a popular show. It was number 1. That should be enough for a network to carry it. But number 2 is that, as you know, that president in the White House did not like what Colbert was saying about him, because the man in the White House can't take a joke. All the other presidents could. This one can't. So he didn't like what was being said about him by Colbert, who was like constantly jabbing the president and keeping him in line, so to speak. That's been a tradition of comedy from the beginning of time. And yet, that same president can post and tweet, whatever you call that thing, all night long, and say horrifically horrible things about people, like they should be removed, they should be deported. They should be disgraced in front of their families. He actually says, I will destroy you. If you do not agree with me, I will come after you. This is his retribution president tour. He says the nastiest, most cutting, most disgusting, threatening things about anybody he wishes. And yet a comedian can't make a joke about him. That is the scary part. There's no tit for tat. There's a tit, but there's no tat. If you want a tit and a tat, you have to have both the tit and the tat. Just having a tit is not enough. I know you're going to argue that point, and I know what you're about to say. Let's not go there. It's a two-way street. It's not a dead end. Oh, all these analogies are driving me crazy. You understand what I'm saying. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. There's another phrase I don't understand. But you can't have the president on a pulpit demeaning people, putting them down, calling them names, making up names for them, making jokes about them, stabbing them and their families verbally, posting pictures of them in tremendously negative manner, and yet a comedian cannot poke fun at you and what you do. So, two things are true. The show was not making tons of money, but was in the number one spot in its category. And the president did want Colbert removed, fired. Because, president's into this firing thing. That was his thing on TV. It was, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. Hey, Don, guess what? You're fired. You can't do that. I fire people. I don't get fired. Oh, there's your tit and not your tat. Late night television, all those shows, will disappear as time goes on if things don't change. And that freedom of speech, which is written in the Constitution, is only if you look at it that way. Everything's an interpretation. It's not what it is. It's what you think it is. It's not what you see. It's what you thought you saw. No, it's what you saw. It's not what someone tells you. You saw that? You didn't see that. That wasn't what you saw. It's just it's a very questionable time for democracy as we celebrate our 250th anniversary. Congratulations. I'm going to get you a box of candy. 250 years. That's a pretty good relationship. I guess relationships don't necessarily last forever. So as we celebrate 250 years, we sit here and we question, is democracy going sour? So this is like a hell of a time for this to happen. Now, I can sit here and pontificate like I'm the Pope, Pope Ron the First. It's just my opinion. That's all I'm doing. Your opinion could be totally opposite of mine. That's fine. I respect that. But let's not destroy democracy. Can we at least come to terms with that? Can we at least admit that the guy in the White House has been more destructive than helpful? Can we all admit that not being able to afford anything, change your plans because you don't have enough money, can't afford things, can't find a place to live that you can afford, can't eat those foods anymore, can't pay our insurance rates or our property tax, can't pay our rent, can't afford to feed, can't afford to put kids through college, can't afford daycare. All that stuff. Prices go up, our salaries don't. Can we all just get on the same boat with that? Can we all just say, look, this has got to stop. This is just, You're supposed to take care of things, not make them worse. Not get us into wars that don't seem to end and are constant threatening of annihilation of an entire civilization. What the fuck kind of rhetoric is that? What, are you kidding me? What are you, a president or a cage match wrestler? I mean, what the hell are you? Let's start doing some stuff for the people who live in the country. Well, Ron, we are trying to do that kind of stuff. You can't just spend money. You can't just do that. You can't spend money if you don't have money. And that goes for a country as well as a company as well as a family. We need to hire somebody to come in here and straighten this place out, is what we need. Like a handyman. Like a country handyman. Yeah, our country is like falling apart. Where do I get a handyman? Let's see. Have you gone online? See if you can find something online there. Maybe like one of those things, like a handyman company that can come in and fix it. No, let's give it a shot. All right. Yeah. I mean, Colbert will be fine. It's just that, what the hell happened here? Why did that have to happen? We know that behind the scenes, there's no arguing about this, that Trump wanted Colbert off the air. No question about it. What about taking Trump off the air? What about if you tell Colbert that you're canceled and you can't say things about me anymore? Why can't we do that to Don in the White House? If you're going to cancel Colbert, why can't we cancel you? It's scary that one person has the power to threaten and get his way by threats, like some type of a mafia boss. I'm sorry, I'm not calling him one. I'm just saying it's that kind of attitude. When the citizens of this country just get together, and it's not a political thing, it's not Republican, it's not Democrat, it's just like, enough of this shit. I guess we have to wait for that time to come. Okay. Hey, thanks for listening to me bitch about this. I appreciate that. But that Colbert situation with that Late Show cancellation means something. It means something. Things don't happen in a vacuum. They happen for a reason. And again, a lot of things can be true. But what I can see is that we are being silenced. Let's just call it that. Okay. Hey, that was fun, huh? Happy Memorial Day. Again, what's the happy part? Memorial Day's not a happy. I guess it is. I don't know. I don't even know. I get confused with these holidays, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day. Those are the summer holidays, and every single one of them involves hot dogs and hamburgers. Hamburgers, I guess I can deal with. Hot dogs, I can't. They're so. Hot dogs are like the devil's food, not devil's food cake, but the food of the devil. Hot dogs are horrible for you. What the hell's in that casing? We're stuffing intestines with poisonous meat, with preservatives and salt and crap. We're stuffing it into an intestine, and then we're eating it. What the hell's wrong with us? Hamburgers, all right. There's no stuffing and intestines there, so I guess that's a little more, that's okay. That's acceptable. But the stuffing, hot dogs, but they're so inviting. It's a summer day. It's a holiday. It's like you have to do it. Did you have a hot dog on the holiday? No, I don't eat that. You don't eat that, you son of a bitch. You have to eat that. It's the holiday for hot dogs. It's important. It's important. You can't tell someone you didn't have a hot dog. It's important to have it. So I don't know. I guess you have to fall in line, right? Okay. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, have a guest joining us. But first, there's this.
Looking for a fun night out? Check out that bar near your house, now featuring live entertainment all weekend. Friday night, it's one guy and a guitar playing 90s cover tunes and original songs about his recent breakup. Catch a dose of classic rock on Saturday nights with that band fronted by that chick you knew in high school who's still pretty hot after a couple drinks. Sunday afternoons, it's three old guys and a hipster doing their very best to play jazz. And don't miss the big hot Sunday dance party with your DJ, the bartender's second wife's stepson with those weird things in his ears. It's all happening this weekend at that bar near your house. Not too far to drive, just a little too far to walk. We'll see you there.
Christelle Lavallee joins us now. She's the global head of teen well-being at Discord, and she does just that. Thanks for being with us today, with Christelle.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I think I'm a little older than you are, and I will admit I don't know what the hell's going on. I have a social media marketer because I can't do it that well. And but yet the younger generation seems like they just know everything like metamorphously. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of a wild landscape, but teens have really logged on and are able to handle it really well. So I can start by just explaining what Discord is, if that's helpful.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so Discord is just it's actually pretty simple. It's a communication platform. It's for people 13 and older and has voice, video, and text features. We like to think of it as a virtual living room. So think about a place where you kind of just go to chill, hang out with your friends. Discord is really popular with gamers, so a lot of video game play happens in Discord. But really, it's a lot of bonding over mutually shared interests. And you mentioned social media, and I just want to mention that Discord is pretty unique when it comes to what you'd think of with traditional social media. So traditional social media kind of serves you an algorithm of content that they think you might like or they want you to engage with. Discord doesn't have any of that. We don't have algorithmic content feeds. We actually don't have any feeds. So it's really user-driven, which is pretty empowering for our users. You're choosing to be on Discord. You're choosing what communities you're a part of. We call them servers on Discord. And you're also choosing who to connect with. So when teens often say, hey, I'm on Discord with their parents, and they're like, I don't know what that means, that's what it means. It means that they're hanging out in this space, chatting, gaming, and sharing experiences with friends.
That's unique because in every other connected service like that, they are pointing you in certain directions for their benefit. So, and that's the danger of that. But Discord seems to say, no, that's not the way that's going to go here.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Perfect. Also, it makes a parent or an older adult feel a little bit more comfortable about that age group keeping it in line.
Absolutely. And I will say, just on that point about parent comfort, because I do think that it's incredibly important and it can get really overwhelming being a parent. I'm a parent too. We have something that's called the Family Center, and this is specifically designed for parents and guardians because we know that it is difficult to keep up in all of the activities online and offline that kids are a part of. So our Family Center actually allows you to connect with your teens specifically on Discord, and we just kind of deliver. You don't have to be on Discord. We'll send it to your email. We deliver basically a notice, a report of what your child is doing. That's everything from the servers they're a part of to the people they're hanging out with, as well as like how much time they're spending on Discord. We like to think of this as kind of empowering parents to go into that dinner conversation feeling a little bit more prepped. So instead of asking like, hey, how was your day? Or how was this? Or how was that? Saying, hey, I noticed that when you were on Discord, you spent time in your school study group. How are those exams coming? Or, hey, I noticed you became friends with so-and-so who we met at soccer last week. How's that going? Like, should we hang out with them soon, et cetera? So we're really trying to increase that comfort because, trust me, we understand what it's like for parents right now.
It's hard for a parent to parent if they don't know what's going on. And that's the problem. So now we do. What is the what is the target age group of Discord?
Yeah, so Discord is meant for people 13 and older. So there's a lot of teens in the platform, but I will say it's actually primarily adults and mostly, as I said, gamers.
Oh, okay. How do I get my kids to be on Discord when they know more than I do, so they don't necessarily have to be?
So in terms of how do you get them to maybe like connect with you on the Family Center?
Well, how do I get them to be in Discord?
Yeah, I mean, I would say a really good first step is to have that kind of conversation.
Uh-huh.
And again, we have a bunch of tools actually that don't require you to be on Discord at all. We just launched a Discord player's guide. Yeah, so these are all free on the web.
Okay.
So there's everything from how to talk about Discord, what Discord is, all of these, kind of conversation starters are available. So I would point you in that direction as a really good first step.
Okay. Yeah, online can be like glorious or it can be evilly horrible. So the glorious part is what Discord does, which is great. Yeah. As I've always said on this show, I mean, that technology is here, whether you like it or not, whether you think you can control it or not, it's here. So let's do it properly. And I guess that's what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think you hit on something really important, kind of that glorious and inglorious aspect. So with the Player's Guide, we're really focused on making it glorious. And to do that, we kind of have to learn. So just how we learn how to have social skills in the real world, it's really important to bring that same intentionality to our online lives. So the Discord Player's Guide is kind of exactly that. It's a digital literacy skill building. So these are online modules. We actually just launched our first one earlier this week in partnership with Crisis Text Line. And it's meant to empower all of our users, including teens, with the skills that you need to really navigate online spaces healthfully and also safely. So kind of when you encounter those, as you said, kind of inglorious spaces, you'd have the skills to make sure that you can exit safely or deal with the conflict in a way that still maintains the kind of well-being overall of the community. But these topics, it's vast, as you can probably imagine. So we are committed to breaking them down for parents, again, for teens, for all of our users, in ways that meet them where they are and help kind of walk them through, build those skills together. So you don't feel like you're alone with, how do I navigate all of this? We have the tools for you, and we're here for you in these places.
I like win-win situations, and I think you just told me about one. So that's pretty cool. We don't have that much time to go through all of it, but where does someone go in order to get all their questions answered or to learn more about this?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. So everything that I talked about is freely available on discord.com. You'll see that we actually have everything organized in terms of hubs, which is exciting. So we have, if you're a parent, we have a parent hub. Our family center is within that. We have a safety center hub. We also have a well-being hub. That's where a Discord Player's Guide is. I will also say our well-being and empowerment principles are within that hub. And I know you're in Boston. We co-developed these with Boston Children's Hospital's Digital Wellness Lab. So we really hope your listeners will check those out too.
Very cool. Okay, well, that's where to go to get involved. Well, this is Christelle LaValle with the wonderful name, and thank you so much for your time today. Well, thank you to my guests. Thank you to you. I'll be back again the next time I decide to do this, which is probably like Tuesday or I don't know. But until that time arrives, make it a holiday for family, friends, or just for yourself, whatever. And please, buy a mattress, will you? Come on, man. Get with the program. I wish you peace.